Justin Gaethje is going to beat the life out of Paddy Pimblett, scramble Paddy's little British brain, and eventually finish him. Why am I so sure? Paddy has zero striking defense and is super hittable. Justin Gaethje is one of the hottest punchers in lightweight history. People keep thinking that Paddy has a good chin and that will somehow keep him conscious in the fight. Relying on just your chin to get you through a fight is a bad idea. Paddy is just another British can the UFC is trying to make a star, which they've done time and time again. Let's take a deeper look at Paddy's easy path to the title. His first fight in the UFC, he fought Luigi Vetramini and nearly got beheaded by a left hook. Somehow Paddy survived and in the chaos landed his own knockout punch. In the post-fight interview, Bisping was quick to point out that Paddy almost got knocked out.
Well, I'll tell you what happened. You almost got knocked out. You got caught with a beautiful left hook. But
his second fight was against a nobody. I bet you guys at home can't even remember his name. His name is Rodrigo Vargas. He rocked Paddy too in the opening seconds of the fight, forcing the chinny Brit to shoot out of desperation. There was legitimately 10 seconds of stand-up, and Paddy ate 2 right hands in a row that caused him to do the chicken dance. His third fight, he fought yet again another can, this time the zesty fruitcake Jordan Levitt, who has zero striking of his own. Jordan threw 3 sissy-wristed punches at Paddy. All 3 of them landed square on Paddy's chin. The kid's just super hittable. His next fight was a step up in competition where he fought the slow, stiff Jared Gordon. Jared pieced Paddy up with ease. Paddy could not get out of the way of shots, particularly the left hand. Paddy had zero answers in the striking department for the journeyman former junkie that is Jared Gordon. Gordon has zero power and continued to hit Paddy on the jaw time and time again. He also exposed a huge flaw in Paddy's defense. When Paddy backs up, he drops straight back with his chin up and his hands down. Worst part is, Jared Gordon clearly won that fight. I've watched the fight a couple times, and there's no way Paddy won that. After that robbery, the UFC knew they needed to protect their chinny Brit hype train, so they needed to give him a super winnable fight. In steps the old, slow shell of his former self, Tony Ferguson, who at the time was riding a 6-fight losing streak. This was a layup for Paddy. They needed to protect him after he nearly got fraud checked in his last fight. Now, Tony did get pieced up and completely manhandled in the grappling, but the one thing he was able to do, like all of Paddy's opponents, was hit him over and over again directly on the chin. Specifically, was able to hit him with multiple left hands, especially when Paddy backed up with his hands down and chin up. Tony has zero power at this point, so Paddy was kind of able to eat the shots, but he did eat enough that caused his nose to bleed. Imagine what someone with power could do to Paddy if he landed the same punches that Grandpa Tony did. Paddy also completely gassed out in the third round, making him even more sloppy and hittable. Gassing out in a fight against an old, slow Tony Ferguson is a really bad look. At this point, they're really trying to build up Paddy and give him favorable matchups, so they decided to give Paddy the most one-dimensional fighter inside the top 15, Bobby King Green. Bobby has good punches and good head movement, but has no wrestling and has never been known to wrestle people. But for some reason, Bobby shot in on Paddy and got himself choked out. Decent performance from Paddy, but he didn't get a chance to showcase his lack of head movement like he has in his previous fights. Now it became time for Paddy to get his first fight inside of the top 10, but they needed it to be a favorable matchup. They decided to give him the most hittable fighter in the division other than himself, the old, small, one-punch throwing Michael Chandler. Paddy did probably have his best performance to date against Chandler, who was able to bully on the ground with ease. But when it came to the stand-up, Paddy ate a ton of shots like he always does. Chandler was able to land a few clean punches that rocked Paddy, but Chandler fights like a dipshit, and in every fight when he threw a single punch and had the person hurt, he didn't follow up. Same thing against Paddy. The thing is, though, Paddy is about to fight someone who throws combinations and knows how to finish people when he hurts them. The only thing Paddy has been able to do well is hold people down and dominate them on the ground. I feel like this won't happen with Gaethje.
If one man can hold you down, two can rape you.
Justin beats the life out of people, leaving them bloody and in a bruised mess. He also fought the who's who of the lightweight division. I mean, come on. In his second fight, he fought the number 2 ranked future champ Eddie Alvarez in an absolute war. Who did Paddy fight again in his second fight? Oh yeah, some can that dropped him immediately. Gaethje throws tremendously hard leg kicks. Every single one of his opponents say how hard his leg kicks are. They are sharp, precise, and will do damage to Paddy's frail legs. Paddy throws the slowest, sloppiest leg kicks, what Gaethje will be able to counter with his own leg kick and left hook combo. I can see that landing on Paddy all night. The only people Gaethje struggles with are elite level strikers, which Paddy is nowhere close to being. And the guys who Gaethje did lose to winded up getting a beating put on themselves in the process, like Poirier and Eddie Alvarez. Do you guys really think that can-crushing Paddy can eat all those shots and still win? This is probably the easiest fight to bet on, with Gaethje being a plus 160 underdog. Put money on Gaethje to win by TKO to increase the payout, because there's no way Paddy will survive the hardest hitter in the division. One of these gambling sites should probably sponsor me, though. Star building in the UFC rarely works because at some point the skill set isn't top tier compared to the marketability factor. And at UFC 324, we're going to see the same can crusher path to the title fall apart. So yeah, I hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Be safe. Don't do dope.